Hey guys, it's Rachel from Hope Corner Farm. By day, I'm a home ec teacher who teaches hundreds of students how to crochet, quilt, sew, and cook. And today I'm going to teach you how to complete this beautiful little scalloped edge crochet blanket border. It really is kind of a nice detail to your blanket. It takes a little bit of math, so you make sure you end and you start with the same number of stitches. It's a 10 stitch repeat. It's really quite easy to complete. So grab your blanket and your hook that you've been using, and I'll show you how to complete this blanket edging. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe to my channel, hit the bell so you get notifications of when I post new videos, and don't forget to give me some feedback on this video. Give me a like or a comment, let me know what I did well or things that I could improve upon. Today I'm going to show you an edging for a blanket that I use a lot actually. So I've got a blanket completed here, and then I actually have a row of single crochet and then a row of double crochet to give me a little bit of depth to my edging. But I'm going to show you actually my edging here that I use for this blanket. So this blanket, I have been crocheting it with a J hook, so that's what I'm going to use and continue using for my edging. Use whatever hook you've been using for your blankets when you use this edging for yourself. So I'm going to start by chaining one and then turning. Now I start off this edging by putting 4 single crochets, so there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now I'm going to chain 2, so there's 1 and there's 2. I'm actually going to skip 2 stitches down here, so I'm skipping 1, skipping 2. Now I'm going to go into this 3rd stitch right here, and I'm going to start by placing 2 double crochets into that stitch. So here's 1, 2. I'm going to chain 2, so 1, 2. I'm going to put 2 more double crochets into that exact same stitch. So here's 1 and 2. Now I'm going to chain 2, so 1, 2. I'm going to skip 2 stitches, so I'm skipping, skipping. Now I'm going to go into this next stitch, and I'm going to go 1 single crochet in the next 5 stitches. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to chain 2 again, so chain 2. I'm going to skip 2 stitches, go into the 3rd, and I'm repeating. I'm going to go 2 double crochets, so there's 1, 2. I'm going to chain 2. I'm going to put 2 more double crochets into that same stitch, so there's 1, 2. So it's a lot of repeats of 2. Now I'm going to chain 2. I'm going to skip 2 stitches, so skip, skip, and I'm going to go into this single crochet right here, and then I'm going to place 5 single crochets. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we're going to keep repeating this pattern across here. So I usually like to just start with our skipped 2 as part of our pattern repeat, because you'll notice I just had 4 single crochets here at the beginning. At the beginning, the number of single crochets is going to depend on how wide or how many stitches wide your blanket is. So you want an even number to start and an even number to end, and then get into your repeats, okay? So your repeat basically is consistent of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 stitches, okay? So I start with the 2 I skip and I end with this last single crochet. So you have 10 stitches that you need for each kind of repeat here, and then obviously you'll want to make even numbers to start your blanket. I hope that makes sense there. So I've gone 5 single crochets, so chain 2, skip 2, go into the 3rd stitch, 2 double crochets, so there's 1, 2. We're going to chain 2. We're going to put 2 double crochets into that stitch, so there's 1, 2, chain 2, 1, 2, skip 2 stitches, so skip, skip, go here into this 3rd one, and then we're going to go 5 single crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 single crochets. Now we're back to our repeat again. So we're going to chain 2. So 1, 2. We're going to skip 2 stitches and we're going to go into this third one. We're going to go 1, 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 more double crochets into the same spot. So there's 1, 2, chain 2, skip 2, go into this third one, and then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 single crochets. So again, another repeat. So you can see how this is coming along here as we go across this blanket. I'm going to keep working to the end here, and when I get to the end, I'll show you how I end this, but I'm going to keep repeating starting now. So my repeat starts with a chain 2, skip 2, go into the third stitch, 2 double crochets, 2 chains, 2 double crochets. And if you need to see how to do any of these stitches in slower, more detailed movements, I've got a link to a video below for them so that it takes it a lot slower and more detailed for you. I'm going to chain 2, skip 2, and then I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5 ends that repeat there. So I'm going to work my way to the end, and then I'll catch you at the end and we'll show you how to do the end of this. All right, so I've made it to the very end of my blanket edging here. I just finished this last full set here, and this last one is just 1 stitch short. So remember, I started with 4 single crochets way back here on this other end. So I did 1, 2, 3, 4 single crochets to start. I'm going to end with 4 single crochets down here on the end, so it's just 1 short of a full set. Remember, the full set you did 5 single crochets. So this very last one I have 4. So you have to do a little bit of math with your blankets and kind of figure out how to get your stitch counts even. Again, each set or each repeat is basically 10 stitches long. So you have to, you can figure out how many across that way and then try and divide evenly to start and end with the same number of single crochets. So again, you got to do a little bit of math there. Each blanket's going to be a little bit different. So I'm ending here. I've got 9 stitches left. So I'll show you how I end this one. So I'm going to start like I would with my repeat. I'm going to chain 2. I'm going to skip and skip just like I have with all the rest. Into the third one, I'm going to put 2 double crochets. So there's 1, and here is 2. I'm going to chain 2. I'm going to put 2 more double crochets into that stitch. So there's 1, and there's 2. I'm going to chain 2 again. I'm going to skip, so I'm skipping 2. Into this third stitch, I'm going to put 1 single crochet, then another single crochet, third single crochet, and then here in this last one, I'm going to put a 4th single crochet there. So this was a chain 2 that I ignore. It doesn't count as a stitch in how I do my crocheting, but I'm ending with 4 single crochets there, and that completes that edging. I hope you guys found this tutorial helpful. Again, each blanket's going to be a little different depending on the stitch count that you have for your blanket, so you're going to have to do some math. So you start and you end with the same number of single crochets, again keeping in mind that this repeat is 10 stitches long. And that's how to do this blanket edging. I think it makes a really cute blanket edging. You can actually create some tassels if you wanted. And I've done that before where I have them hanging off of these points here. I also think it looks really nice just on its own how it is without any tassels. But it makes a nice little detailed edging to your crochet blankets.